Hi everyone, today is Saturday, December 12th, 2020. And in front of me is Ivan Chandler. Sorry, he's a Chandler. Um, there was a few people who really loved his interview, the last two videos, and they asked him to come back. So therefore, I have asked Ivan if he is interested in doing a bi-monthly video session, interview where he channel a certain entity, and then they will bring in some information into this dimensions. I have a handful of questions here. Otherwise, he can just whatever information he received, he can share that with us. So today, I really like last time where you channel an entity. I don't know if you can do that again this time.
Yeah, I would do that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You can do that. All right, thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, all right, ready to go?
Mhm.
All right, thank you guys for having me again. All right, blessings. Here we go. Take care. Greetings to you. This is Redmond from Sirius V. Greetings to you. Us from Sirius are here to assist you with your questions. We are a different energy than you used to from previous connection. We're here to connect you to your highest good. So blessings to you. Begin whenever you are ready.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you.
So this community, we are crypto, we investing in crypto market, and we have a lot of interest in that area. So I want to start out asking, the first question is from Darcy. She wants to know if you see any cryptocurrency like Alcoin is a small company that will provide the biggest gain, I don't know, within the next 3 months or 6 months or whatever you see.
When you have any type of Bitcoin that you want us to scan, like options?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
One is XRP, 2 is Zilta, 3 is Data, 4 is Digibyte, 5 is Zap.
Digibyte will get higher. It's having trouble at this time, but it is getting momentum little by little. It is becoming more popular. The numbers might not always show, but it seems like that is kind of like a rock star. It's just taking time for it to take off. Now, remember the numbers that you gave it, not exactly the names, but the fifth one you mentioned is still stagnant from what you see. It is still trying to grow, but there's still not a lot of confidence in that one from what I can see. Doesn't mean it will not grow. All these are going to take some time. The first one that you mentioned is probably the one that will grow the quickest over time. It's still, it is growing some legs. It still has a lot of momentum, but it seems like that one, because you mentioned it first also, it seems to be one that some of these don't really want to get too well known too quickly. Yes, the long term is really the best bet, but all of them do have potential that will definitely grow. But yes, the long term is key in all this. It's up to the person. Yes, go ahead, please.
So the first one I think I mentioned is XRP. So
Yes.
I got a prediction where my spirit guide told me that XRP will go to 33x, which is like about $8.91. Do you see that will come to pass within the first quarter of 2021?
I think it's going to take a little bit longer than that. It seems like it's once again it's some of the people that own it are holding it back because they want it to grow a little bit larger. So they want it to like have a explosion. So yes, just hold on throughout your year. I feel like some people wanted to triple out of nowhere, from what I can see. So, but yes, it will find some growth eventually. Yes.
Okay. Then there's some people thinking that when XRP gets to $10, right now XRP about 50 cents. They said that when XRP go to $10, it will be difficult for the average investor to sell it. Is that true?
Exactly. Exactly. That is what we're seeing. That's why it's staying at the rate that it's at. So it's affordable right now.
So
That's yeah.
so does it mean that it won't go past $10? What are you?
Yeah, it's going to take some time. People like all of these, they want it at a affordable rate for right now.
Mhm.
So there will be a time when it all will explode. It's still going to be some time for that. So they want it where people can get into it still, instead of
Okay.
like Bitcoin, where it's like only the wealthy are really getting into that now. so
Mhm.
so yeah.
So XRP, they want it to be the banking coin where the traditional bank would use that system. Do you see that will be successful?
It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it will find its way. But that will probably take a couple of years.
Oh, geez.
But they're all trying. Yeah, it's about crypto is always going to have a bumpy ride. But yes, they're trying to make it into like real money, basically. I mean, it is, but to really, yeah, it's going to be a big jump for that.
So in order for XRP to get to $10, for example, how long would it take?
Possibly 2 years or less. But yeah, if they're at where it's at now, I don't see a huge jump just yet. But give it time though. Just hold on.
Okay.
Don't give up.
Okay. Awesome.
Long term is key to everything.
Okay. Awesome. Um. So well, there has been some prediction that I receive and some other people receive that cryptocurrency will, well, maybe go down to below $5,000. Do you see that Bitcoin will ever go down to like below $5,000 ever?
Oh, I feel like it's unlikely unless you have a huge crash, but not anytime soon. Maybe, yeah, right now, so many investors want to keep the high number high.
Yes.
That's so it going down that low is, I feel, impossible, but nothing's ever impossible. But if it crashes, it'll be like in 10 years if it happens at all. So
Okay.
I feel like it will continue. I feel like it's will going to continue to rise. It will
Yeah.
go up and down, but
Some people see that Q4 of next year there might be a big crypto market crash. In terms of like how large it will drop, we don't know. But do you see that
no.
Q4 21?
I mean Q4. Does it mean quarter of fourth
Um,
quarter, or what are
yeah,
you speaking
fourth
of?
quarter of next year.
Oh, like the end of next year.
Yes.
We actually feel it will continue to increase. Actually, we don't see it crashing. I mean, there's going to have dips. That's always going to happen throughout the year. But as the dollar gets hit, as it's getting now, we see crypto continue to. We don't really see that at the end of the year, though.
Mhm.
We see it actually gaining. So, and that's what people want. But of course, people do want the prices to go down so they can buy. We understand.
Yeah, I
But
totally get it.
some will, of course. Some will crash, yes, but not all the crypto market now.
Okay.
We don't see that.
Yeah. Um, I spoke to a few people, and then they said that the current cryptocurrency system, it will eventually, no, 2 years from now, the system won't be here. There will be a new technology that is better than the current blockchain technology. Do you see that? Is there a new technology better than blockchain coming?
Well, we do see, yeah, it will get upgrades throughout the coming years, yes. Now, yeah, that it would just be more secure. I believe that's what they're really talking about.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Oh yes, so you said that there will be a new system that's more secure. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yes. Well, yes, more where people will feel more safe using it. So where it become more for everybody. It's not really for everybody just yet because it's just complicated. People want to just get in there, get what they want, and leave. Like a banking system, you can say. Go in there, buy through the exchange, not worry about getting hacked, not worry about losing anything. We feel like now this isn't 100% right now, but where many have to use a wallet to USB, which is still good right now, definitely. We feel like there will be more technologies to make that more secure and just more understood for the public to, because people don't want to join it and then lose everything. So it's in the works. Now, when is going to be some time for it to really go broad for the mainstream people, possibly in 10 years, for it to
Okay.
really become more mainstream where it's easy to get into. So right now it's kind of like a secret society in some regard or a niche, which is a pretty big niche. But
Yeah.
it's still, most of the public is not kind of wary of it. It's on its infancy when you think about it. So,
Yeah, I agree.
but yes, no, new technologies, even some Bitcoins are going to come in and try new things, as you're already seeing right now. Expect that to increase in some form or another. Some are going to really try to change things. If they're successful, it's another. They're all going to try to become the next big thing. So
Hmm.
you see that right now, actually.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned something about wallet. Um,
Yes.
yes. So do you see the crypto wallet will evolve?
Hmm. More secure and more variety of wallets, meaning just more up to date, because I don't believe they're up to date. Well, they are, but they're kind of expensive. We can have an old wallet and it updates and it's more secure than it has been in the past, things like that.
Hmm.
So easier to access. Um, Accessibility, I feel like, will increase. Right now, one of the reasons why it is the way it is so black markets can use it for what governments use it on the dark web. It's kind of kept that way for a reason for right now because they don't want everyone to use it just yet. That's a lot to do with it.
Who don't
So
want it to use it as yet?
governments, they like to use it for their own means
Oh, I see.
to trap bad guys or create them. Because it's used for currency for many things, as you know, on the black market.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So it's used to track people too that are doing illegal things. So once the governments have more of a understanding of it, so they can track it better, then it'll go more mainstream. So they like it how it is. Let's put it that way.
So are
So
you saying that the governments, the U.S. government, I know like some
mhm.
other nation are right and are you saying the U.S. government is investing in the
Yes,
cryptocurrency market?
the intelligence agencies are. Yeah, they use it all the time.
Oh wow.
Mm. Of course, they're not going to make it known. Of course.
So when you say investing, are you saying that they buy Bitcoin for profit, or what do they do?
Yeah, they buy it like they would use any money. Yeah. Hmm.
Hmm.
Or they get it from those that are doing illegal things. They take their Bitcoin or take their crypto.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, they invest in it quite a bit actually. Obviously, they're not going to make it known. Now, those of you that are doing it, in a legal way, don't worry. No, it's for the dark web. That's what. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Then there was an article came out about 2 weeks ago. Uh, they were speculating that the U.S. government will ban the crypto wallet.
We're not seeing that. We feel well. Once that comes down to security, so it might come up. I think that's just talk. I don't believe they're going to actually do anything on it,
Mhm.
or they're bringing better security. In terms, we don't need the wallet anymore. So that has not been. Mostly, it'll be a private company that would do something like that. Just like you see with Tesla bringing in the electric car, there will be someone similar that'll go into crypto and just bring in new things. Digibyte is kind of doing that, but there's others that will come in also just to bring in a new trend.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, I feel like a lot of them like it where it is right now, but they are working on new ideas always. So
yeah, so it's not something that we should concern about right now.
not at all. No, if they get rid of the wallet, there'll be something better. So yeah, they're not. It's just a rumor. That's all.
Mm-hmm. That's a relief. Then then let's see. About a few weeks ago as well, Brian Brook, he said that he is one of the, I forgot his title. I think he's like COO of the department where they will draft cryptocurrency law, and they would try, the U.S. government would try to regulate cryptocurrency. So when the U.S. government pass a bill for cryptocurrency, do you see that will be in favor of the people, or it will be more in favor of the institutional clients?
No, I feel it'll be for this is going to be years in the making, or it will never, or 10, it's not, or never happen at all. It will benefit everyone, but will once again be more secure for people, which is very important, because they want to keep it as it is. They don't want to change it too much. They want to just make it for the bad guys not to get it. I believe that's really where it comes down to. So we're not worried at this time. There's nothing to worry about, actually.
So Brian, he said that they actually working on a regulation that they want to pass before Trump is out the office, which is like early next year, January 2021.
Mm-hmm. It's a possibility, unlikely. No, it's a possibility, but we feel like they kind of, it's up in the air. There's not a yes or a no, really. It's in the works, but we feel like a lot of them want to bury it and just, they're not ready for it yet. But even if they do anything, we don't believe there'll be much of a change, or a change at all, for that matter. So
okay, that's good.
The energy we feel right now, there's unlikely anything to happen. But of course, that can shift. But if anything, if they do anything, it's once again for those that are using it illegally.
Mm-hmm. Then but there's a channeler, she's on YouTube. She said that there is a backdoor to some cryptocurrency,
Mm-hmm.
where if, for example, U.S. governments or the company want to access our coin or token, they can do that.
It's only on those that, like, individuals that they want. So the majority of people are fine. For those that they want to get, they can do something there, yes. But once again, not to worry.
Yeah, but it's still concerning because that is a possibility.
Same as like freezing one's bank account. Same thing. Think of it that way. But this is more like taking away. But still, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, once again, we believe you don't have anything to worry about. There's always a backdoor to everything, but you say not to worry.
So does all this developer knowing that, like, they sit there writing a code, writing a program, writing technology, there will be a backdoor? Do they know? Does the developer know that there's a backdoor to their products?
No. Some are made deliberately, but those aren't ones that are very popular. Some that are actually made by the government, but I don't believe any of you are aware of them. They're not ones that are very popular at all. So I don't believe normal people would even buy those. So, but yeah, but no, they're not aware. They think it's secure. Yeah, because they want a secure product. Now there might be something that they're not seeing, but government is there to create a backdoor. Government is there to infiltrate, or hackers for that matter. So once again, we'll not worry.
Okay, that's comforting because the community has been a little concerning that we, the average people, wake up one day, 2 years from now or whatever, I will lose the asset.
Yes, it's good to. I believe that's where the wallet comes in.
Yes.
That's yeah. If you have it on a wallet, you really have nothing to worry about. If you don't, you really don't have anything to worry about either, because it's only certain cryptos that are going to get messed with, but those aren't the popular ones. They're ones that are obscure, nobody cares about.
Okay. Talking about wallet, there's two popular wallets that we're using right now, Treasure and Ledger. So between that two, which one is better for us to use in terms of security? Which one's better?
Treasure seems to be better, but they're both good overall.
Yeah.
Treasure seems to be the one that, or Trevor.
Yeah, Treasure.
Yeah, it's one that they seem to update more often. So, but overall, they're fine.
But the funny thing is that Ledger, the company, I think they located in Europe. They got hacked in July, a few months ago, about 5 months ago. They are a wallet company, but they got hacked. So have they been updating their security?
Yes, they've been upgrading a lot recently. That's why. So they've been, Ledger. Yes, they've been doing a lot of changes ever since then. And we do see some government influence there, why it even happened in the first place. So we feel Russian hackers what we're seeing, actually.
So when the Russian hacks a Ledger, what do they want? What do they need? What do they want from the data?
Well, they want the Bitcoins for themselves. They want to know how they can break into anybody's wallet.
Oh, God.
But not to worry. Yeah, once again. Yeah, Russia is in China, Russia seems to be more sophisticated. So, but once again, if you have a wallet and you have no spy or anything on your computer, that's like if you're a target, that's usually, majority of you aren't going to be a target. So if they want something from you, they'll get it. Always try to, at least. But you're not on a list, so don't worry about it. Celebrities is another story. So yeah, if you're well known, or like Bill Gates or something, yeah, that's a different story.
So we are not a target because we don't have a lot of.
Yeah, they don't know who you are. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not. They don't want to. If they're doing it, they want something, not just Bitcoin. They want something else, more information.
Oh, I see.
So it's all about information in the long run. Blackmail, things like that. So, but yeah, Bitcoin, you're still secure. As long as you have a wallet, you're secure. So yeah, not to worry.
Is there okay? There's a technology called quantum encryption technology.
Yes.
That technology is supposed to be better than blockchain. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It doesn't feel like it's quite there yet, but it's getting there. There will be alternatives to wallet, and that's part of the upgrade, you can say. But I don't feel that is just. It still has a lot to figure out. So I don't feel like it's quite secure just yet. As they say, it might. Yeah, it has better technology overall, but still has a ways to go.
They said that Bitcoin won't survive forever. There will be a new technology replace Bitcoin. Do you see that happen?
Well, the way it works, the technology behind it, I feel like Bitcoin is going to still stay the same. Yeah, it will always be called Bitcoin. Just the technology of how it's read, how it's worked, how it's used, that'll change. It'll get an upgrade overall. Little by little. But it'll still be Bitcoin overall. So we don't feel like they want to change the name or anything like that either. Well, they're just creating an alternative.
But will there be a better technology where it will replace Bitcoin in terms of like pricings or market cap?
Yes, eventually.
Probably years from now.
Yeah, a long time. Maybe beyond our lifetime. Your lifetimes at this time. It's not something that's majorly in the making. So So there might be beta talks, beta creations of it in your lifetime, but nothing substantial just yet. So,
but Bitcoin is sort of the king of all cryptocurrency.
yes.
However, it's slow. The transaction is very slow. It takes like half an hour to send a transaction from one computer to the next. Will the speed, the transaction speed will improve over time?
That's done on purpose. So yeah, maybe many years in the future. They like it right where it is. They want it so they can trace it, so they can has other means why it's doing that. It could be faster right now, but apparently those that are controlling don't want it to do that. So it's doing exactly what they want it to do, those that are operating it.
So are you talking about the developer, the miner, or the government?
The developer, actually. It is connected to government, but really the developer, actually. Or developers of it. Yeah.
So is the developers working for the government?
It feels like it's independent, but it's very government influenced. Or private company influence also. It's influenced by different parties. So you scratch my back, I scratch your back. They're kind of godlike in some ways, at least in their mentality.
Oh yeah, they're very.
Yeah.
Then there's a cryptocurrency right now is under development in Australia. The name of the company is called Bitcoin Black. I tune in, I like that a bit.
Oh yes, that we feel like it will have a slow start, but it will gain momentum over time. It's going to be one of the smaller ones once it gets public, but it will grow over time. But it doesn't want to explode. I mean, it will explode, but it will still be easy to, to buy. So they want to keep it low for a long time, and then it'll spike. From what we're seeing at this moment of this talk.
Do you see that will launch by next year?
Possibly. It seems like the developers want to hold on to it maybe for a couple of years for some reason.
That's too long.
Yes, it feels like they're maybe a year, possibly next year. But it seems like the developers they're still developing it. It seems.
Yes, it's true. They're still developing it in Australia.
Yeah, so they're not confident that it's in good standing. Now, the end of this year, next year, it looks very good. Yeah, it feels like we just have to see how it goes, but it feels like they're going to hold on to it for a while because they put it out there, but by the time it gets what it needs to go public, I believe it will be ready to a degree. They still have a lot to do with it, it seems.
Yes, I agree with that. I can feel.
It seems like they're lacking funding, which is kind of strange, but it seems like they are.
Lacking funding, they have been selling a lot of their currency.
It's kind of it seems like it's used for other things, not just it's for the development, but they're using it for other things too, like promotion, things like that. So
other thing related to the business?
Yeah, seems like. So it's still gonna be valuable though.
Gonna be successful?
Mm-hmm. Just it's still building up its momentum, you can say.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
You can say it's always going to be kind of a mystery. I guess they all are, but this one's going to be a real mystery, it seems. So because they wanted to compete with Bitcoin itself. So that's why it's taking so long.
So my spiritual teacher said that there will be a world currency. This world currency will be similar to, euro payments in Europe. There's like a bunch of nations get together, agree on one currency. They agree that is euro. So will there be a one currency, but in the form of digital currency? Will there be one?
Well, there'll be the war between physical and crypto. So possibly in 5 years, maybe sooner, where crypto will become more popular. So because a lot of companies or a lot of people that want to get funding are not allowed to have funding, so more people are going to crypto. So that's going to continue. So there will be a time where, time frame is not clear, but there will be eventually when crypto becomes more popular. Yes. So physical is still going to be there for a long time, but crypto is going to go up in value, though, definitely. Now, time frame of that isn't completely clear of when. We feel 5 years at this time, but that's not concrete. So, so we
So
can
right,
open. Yes.
yeah, I agree. So right now, the IMF is working on like digital currency. The Federal Reserve in the U.S. There's a bunch of different Federal Reserve, but I know the Boston Federal Reserve looking into 40 different crypto companies. They rather developing their own technology. Yes. They will use one few of the altcoin technology and maybe build on top of it. So can you talk a little bit about the Boston Federal Reserve cryptocurrency?
Yeah, the Federal Reserve, I believe they're developing it right now. Now they want it to be like, for example, like Gigabyte. They want to be able to like get the Federal Reserve crypto, but also like Gigabyte, for example, it's kind of like like similar technologies. So they're trying to mimic a lot of technologies that go into it. So yeah, they're just copying a lot of companies at this time. I don't believe they're copying Bitcoin. They are to a certain extent, but I believe they're looking at the newer companies for more information. So they're not 100% that this is even going to work. So they're not confident that they can even keep it secure. That's another reason why they have not made it. Security is number one that they're not very good at exactly. So government has never been 100. Yeah, government, they create. Yeah, it's going to be easy to hack in the beginning. So you have to be careful with that. So it's going to be a while for that. So
talking about hacking, there are some theory rumor that XRP can be hacked in the future.
Well, technically all of them can be hacked, but I would not give it that energy that it will be hacked. It's a possibility, but I would not worry too much about it. So they all have vulnerabilities. So, but they are upping their security. All of them are up. They're always upgrading themselves for security at this time. So, be careful with that. So it's going to be a while for that. So,
talking about hacking, there are some theory rumor that XRP can be hacked in the future.
Well, technically all of them can be hacked, but I would not give it that energy that it will be hacked. It's a possibility, but I would not worry too much about it. So they all have vulnerabilities. So, but they are upping their security. All of them are up. They're always upgrading themselves for security at this time. So,
which they should. So the U.S. has been really behind on developing cryptocurrency system technology for the past maybe few years. They've been busy with politics.
Yes.
So I know Russia and China are a little bit more advanced in this space. So do you see that who will sort of like have more, like who will win? Which country will win this digital currency war?
Well, yeah, the U.S. doesn't want to do much with it because of the dollar. So, of course, they're going to lag on it. Russia and China, possibly even combined, will win, possibly. I'm not sure if there's going to be a winner for some time, though. But China is looking into it more. So, but they want to control it, of course. So, it'd be Russia or China.
So, yeah. So, are you saying that the U.S. government has been intentionally behind on developing digital currency because they don't want to? They want U.S. dollar to remain the world currency and strong.
Right. Yeah. They use current currencies, the cryptos, use those, but they don't want to they want to devalue the dollar any more than it already has been devalued. So, but they are working on it, but very slowly. Very, very slowly.
So is the dollar going to devalue further next year?
Yeah, here and there. Yes, it will go down. Well, it will go up and down throughout the year. It's not going to fall flat. People have been saying it's going to crash for ages now. So it's going to do what it did this year. It's going to go up and down. The world's not ready for a new currency just yet.
Then a lot of people said that there will be the IRS will eventually might be gone. They will abolish the IRS. Do you see that will happen?
Possibly in 10 years. Possibly. Of course, maybe I'd like to see it go away right now.
Yeah.
You understand why. It's almost like a Gestapo energy, and it does have that, actually. The countries have, the people, I mean, it depends on the energy of the country. It has become lighter. Won't need an IRS anymore because you don't need anybody asking you for rent money to live in your country anymore. So, still have a while for that.
Then, which means that the federal income tax will still be going on for a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's nothing's in. They're not in a hurry to change any of the money systems currently, but they are thinking of options for sure. Yes, and the abolishment of the IRS, that's been in the cards for a long time, but they don't know what to replace it with.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a lot of people keep saying that, oh, it's next year coming up.
Oh, let's wait. There is a future timeline where it will occur, but the energies of humanity has to shift. Well, people are seeing these timelines where it's happening. That's why, because they want to get rid of it for obvious reasons, personal reasons.
So, a lot of YouTuber has been talking about something called Misara and Gisara, where they will forgive like mortgage debts and credit card debts and income debts. It has been really popular for the past 6 months on the internet. Do you see that happening? Like some people see that the credit card, the mortgage wipe out, student loans disappear.
If the Trump administration does win, there's a possibility of forgiveness in some areas. Not saying, and possibly next year. In some areas, like student loans. Student loans is most likely. Ways to delay it for payment, or to make it easier, or just forgive it altogether, depending on the person. So even rent to some, but they're careful, but they want to destroy the economy, so that's why they haven't done it fully yet. But there are provisions to help people with their rent too. So credit cards, that's a stretch for that one, it seems.
Wow, some people saw that their credit card.
It is on the having it happen will be a miracle for people. Yes. There's a possibility, but it's not one that has the strongest energy. Student loans seems to have the strongest energy at this time, and the rent situation.
So student loan, are you talking about like all student loans, or just a small fraction of the total student loan debt?
It depends on the person, but a lot of it's just a fraction. Some of it's deletion because student loans, because it's been manipulated for such a long time. University's been taking advantage of people for such a long time. That's why the corruption within it, and it's education. Why should education cost so much? So there's a lot of forgiveness energy coming in there.
Oh, that's awesome. So that's a relief. Yeah, you just remind me about something. The stock market. Is the stock market going to crash in the next year or next 2 years?
No, I feel like it's going to keep going up. It seems like the elites, they want to keep something going on while the whole world goes through its transition. It will go up and down. There will be falls and not a complete crash, no. Society's going through enough as it is. They don't need any more layoffs that's already occurring. So I feel like humanity's been through enough as it is. It's like, now company implosions are a possibility, yes. Where companies go down, then the stock market will go down, but not exactly crash.
So there
But
might be like a drop or correction, not totally crash.
yes, more like a correction. Yes, correct.
Okay.
That's more likely. I feel like that'd be a more like a 2 year thing. We don't feel like it'll happen next year. But yeah, we don't see it next year. We feel like more of the same this year. We feel like it will go up and up and up next year, as it is already.
Yeah. Then yesterday, someone told me that the Trump family, after he leaves the office, whenever that is, his children might be run for um, election for presidency, and they will be known as the Trump dynasty. Is that true?
His son, possibly, Trump Jr.
Uh-huh.
As a possibility. I feel like Ivanka is kind of tired of it all. She'd rather be an ambassador or something like that. Or, well, I don't think she wants to campaign from what we're seeing. She thinks she's had enough of politics. So, but Trump Jr. is another story. As a possibility, he might run for a mayor or something like that. But he is part of the business too. He doesn't really want to leave that just yet. So, yeah, they want to keep the business going. So, it's a possibility. Nothing's concrete on that.
Okay, that's cool. Then Baron Trump, the young
Yes.
boy,
Mm-hmm.
there is a book floating around on the internet. It was wrote in 1890, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we understand. Yes, we know.
Is there a parallel story between our current story and the story in the book?
Yes, you say your current situation has been predicted or downloaded as a possible timeline that is coming true. So that author just received that knowledge, having no clue that was going to happen. Kind of like a Nostradamus situation. So he just got a premonition and just wrote the book. Had no idea it was going to turn into what it turned into. Of course, on a higher level, yes. But as a human, he had no idea. So that was creating a timeline. Just like your Simpsons does all the time. Same thing. So, but yes, that's true.
So the book is true.
Oh, yeah.
Then that book will be popular because I want to read now.
It is the Baron's a time traveler himself, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Of course, when you look at him, he's just like a regular guy. That's kind of the point. But he is a time traveler. So
Then what?
Chances of him going to politics is very high.
What
After this.
Yeah. What his purpose of coming back here?
Oh, to see it through. To be part of that download for that book, and then to come here to help his father through all this. Even if he doesn't talk that much, because he doesn't talk that much, he doesn't interact. He's just a kid, but it is keeping his father have that drive to do what he's doing for a better world for his kid.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Does he have a good relationship with his father? Because the media portray him that he doesn't like his father and
he doesn't like the politics. He's a softer energy. He's not a killer, pit bull like his father is. So yeah, he feels like his dislike for politics is a maximum level at this time. So, but he does like the business end of it. He's still a kid. Mm-hmm. He's nothing like his father. He's more like his mother. So more like a model, actually. I don't know if he's going to become one, but he has that more of that, which is good. He's just there to heal his father's energy. If he was just like his father, his father's crazy. So I feel like they do get along to a certain extent. But kids at that age don't really get along with their parents always, anyways, especially with all the pressure. So it's like, why'd you put me through all this, things like that. But he's coping with it pretty well.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good that his energy balances his father energy, and he's here for a bigger purpose and helping his father.
Yeah, he's a healing energy, just like the mother is. The mother doesn't like the situation either, but she knows it's for the greater good. So they're kind of sacrificing themselves, not death, but their time, their energy for the greater good. So
yeah, that's good to know because we don't know much about him.
No, well, he's still a kid, so when he gets older, he'll have a tell-all book or something like that.
He'll write a book?
Probably. When he gets older, he won't tell everything, but he'll talk about him being in the White House, what he remembers. Probably down the road, way down the road.
Oh, that's good. Then Patrick, one of my members, he wanted to know about. There's a lot of clones running around in the public. They want to know, for example, there's rumor that Biden or Clinton. I don't know if Obama had a clone.
That's but, yes, he does.
They do. But if they are cloned in public, like, don't they partner? Recognize that person in public is not my husband or wife or whatever.
Well, it's made in a way where it's done in a way where it's mimicking the original host. So no, they're not going to notice. Or they go on trips. The clones get switched out all the time too. So you have one clone to connect with the spouse, another clone to be out in the public. Basically confusing, but that's how they do it.
Why they want the clone though?
Control it. Look at Biden; he's under control because clones have been around for thousands of years. This is not something that just happened instantly. It's always been part of the alien project here. Is to make sure a timeline occurs as they want it to. Even Trump has a clone. So,
does Trump know he has a clone?
He has ideas of it, but it's not something he thinks about very often. He knows he's kind of like a puppet. He feels that way right now because he doesn't feel like he has any power at this moment. So he feels very insecure of his job. Not that he won't be president in the next term. He just feels like he has very few friends, as you can see.
Yeah. It's not an easy position to be in.
Well, especially for him, because he's not establishment. He's not an establishment politician like the Clintons or like Obama. That's all establishment. So he's like the renegade. Came out of nowhere, which was the idea all along.
So he has been going through a lot for the past 4 years. Has he ever questioned that, why he's doing this or why he's still fighting for the country? Has he ever questioned that?
What? Can you rephrase your question?
Yeah. So Donald Trump, for the past 4 years, he has been going through a lot publicly. A lot of people betray him.
Oh yes.
There's a lot of he lost a lot of friends or got called a lot of names. He thinks he's doing the right thing for the country.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't think so. His enemy.
Well, those are establishment. They want to make money off of war and destruction and control.
Yeah. Has he ever regretted going to politics?
Always.
Or ever questioned?
Always, but he knows it's for the greater good. He regrets it, but not in a way where he's going to just quit. If that was the case, he would not have went for another term. So he's gaining a lot of momentum spiritually to take on all this, to take on darkness. Now, where he goes, like with this, he's sacrificed. He's giving himself to the people, basically. So for the greater good. So he's kind of letting the divine intervention to bring what divine intervention wants for the country.
So does he listen to his spirit guide or guide angel or God?
Yes and no. He listens to himself. He likes to bully people, as you see on Twitter. He gets a high off of that, but he wants the truth out. So, no, he doesn't always listen to his guides because guides say don't say that, and he says it anyway. So, yeah, he fights his guides often, but he has a spirit to help people. He really does. He doesn't want to be like a Bill Clinton or anybody that wants to go into a war or take away jobs. He wants to build jobs. So.
That's awesome. That's good. How about Obama and Clinton? Are we going to see them like at church or behind bar for whatever they did for the past 8 years?
They are protected by higher elites that if anything happens to them, those that do it will be punished. So if charges are put against them, people are putting charges on them, will go through hell.
Oh my.
So that's why it has not happened. So like if this person prosecuting them has kids, family, they all became targets. It's like going against gangsters. So car bombings, things like that, that's why. So that's why nobody touches them. So there is a secret court and all that, but nothing's been really established from it publicly. They haven't really been charged with anything technically.
Yeah, nothing.
So, but they are paying for it karmically, yes, and they know it, but they don't care. They'll deal with it later.
So which means that the elite is like ruling this war, like running it the way they want. So who will take them down, basically, years from now? How will they go down?
It feels like it's not likely because they're so untouchable. Now, more true, unless the elite that are running like when the Trump administration wins the second term, there's a possibility of, Obama and them getting prosecuted, possibly. So, but once again, it's still a very fragile area. There's a lot of intelligence groups only want to get involved with it. So, but it's in the works. But for the new Trump administration, we feel like it's still unlikely though. For him to go down, they're probably just going to walk away from all this, most likely.
Aww.
For right now, at least. So, right now.
Then there's no justice.
There's justice galactically and universal justice, as all is seen. Well, people aren't ready to. The human consciousness that are protecting them too. They don't want that because they're still loved by many people. That's another reason why they haven't been prosecuted. That's part of it. Mm-hmm. There's Podesta also has not been prosecuted. So you can say that your Epstein was like a fall guy for all of that, kind of disclosing. Epstein actually got positive karma for that, for being caught, letting these things out. So there's a possibility of others to follow up on that, to add more. So it's up in the air at this time.
Then is JFK Jr. still alive?
Not that we see. He is in other realities. He is helping society. People are feeling his energy, but they're connected to a reality where he does exist physically. But we don't see him in their reality at this time.
So the prediction that he will run alongside, he will run as a VP with Donald Trump is totally not true.
No. Well, it'd be nice if he made an appearance. Okay. Right, at this point. It's unlikely, though.
Yeah, so we can forget about that idea, basically.
They still have their believers.
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. People are still holding on hope for that. Then let's talk about COVID, the vaccine. I think the FDA just approved Pfizer.
Yes.
Is that really a deadly vaccine for the average people?
Well, it's for those that feel like they need it. We don't feel it is all that safe, actually. But those that feel, they're not going to be listening to this anyway. People need to do, they do what they, it's safe overall for people that feel like they need it, but those that feel like they don't want it, we don't recommend it. Or we really don't recommend it for anybody, but people are going to want it anyway. But it's not exactly the safest thing, though.
Oh God! So the people who take it, are they going to like die?
No.
From it? Or?
Some might be allergic to it. Yes, the possibility of that.
So what?
It's not fully tested as they say it is.
Yeah, I agree with that because it's like
it's too early.
Yeah, they fast track that process.
Yeah, because it worked for some people in a positive way, but others, they'll just get sick. So we really don't recommend vaccines at all. But due to your elite, people want to feel like a false sense of security, like wearing a mask, which is not really necessary. I mean, some people it is if you're sick, but masks aren't really working either. But they know that, but they do it anyway. They push it anyway.
Then is the U.S. government or the government around the world, are they going to force the citizen to get vaccination?
Uh, for the United States, no, they can't. That's too little of it. They're going to recommend it, but that's about it. And this will become a normal vaccine, like your flu shot. It'll become similar to that throughout the years, but not mandatory now.
Uh-huh.
There might be some countries that'll make it mandatory, but I feel like the United States has taken enough beatings as it is that they don't want to force any vaccinations. Now, you might have to do a vaccination if you want to travel overseas. There's a possibility of that, but that's all we see because they don't want to hurt the economy anymore than it's already hurt. So they want to just, they want to keep people moving as much as possible.
So then, traveling or going on vacation won't be the same if
It should be.
if we don't have a proof that we get a vaccine.
It should be there. Like with Trump, now Biden's a different story. Biden will push it for checkpoints, basically. Trump won't. So he knows there's a conspiracy going on. That's why he did not push too hard on, shutting down the economy and all, because he knew this whole thing was kind of an attack. Technically, it is. So it has many agendas connected to it. So.
Oh, that sucks. So when will we go back to the old day, the normal, the pre-COVID? When will we go back to that life?
Possibly, a year and a half. Now, throughout this year, things might get better, but they're going to still put this coming year. They're still going to put restrictions on. They're going to play the same old story again, most likely. Now, they'll let up in some areas, but they're still going to, play the COVID alarm. So expect that.
Okay.
Not all areas, of course.
Okay, that's well, it depends. Well, we'll see what the result will be, either Biden or Trump. We'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about ET and angels? What's their relationship and do they work together? ETs and angels?
Well, angels are technically angels at a higher vibration. So they are more connected to the angelic realms, so they are called angels on our planet. But they are alien overall. It's just they've been trained to assist your world by going through hardships, by going to prison, things like that for things they have not done. They've been through a lot to gain their power to who they are today. Alien beings are just another step of your evolution. So we're just at a higher dimension, that's all. Things come easier to us. We don't have the control society as you do. But we're here to give you an insight to your realities because when it's difficult to see.
So then they're like bad ET and then they're like good one?
Yes, there's always going to be that. Good angels and bad angels, always going to be that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Society in Hollywood, the way they paint the picture is that, ET are like some ET, most ET are bad. So that's
they're showing the dark ones that are here. They actually are revealing themselves, which is a good thing, actually. Terrifying, but also you're seeing who's here. So they want to be movie stars.
Okay, let's see.
But there are positive ones. It's just the positive ones aren't as exciting as the negative ones. As of yet, there will be more positive energies from aliens in your fiction eventually.
Mm-hmm. Talk about alien. So last night, I received something interesting I want to ask you. Mm-hmm. So last night when I lay down to sleep, I got an image of my mobile, and then it's an incoming phone call. I got a flash, an image. Okay, an incoming call, and it's like we are, and then there's a 4-digit. It's my personal 4-digit that I use all the time. So I say we are, and then the 4-digit, and then I got the intuition that it's one of my spirit guide entity. So they say that we are. I think what they want to say is we are here.
Mhm.
So what was that image? They was trying to call me. So it
Yeah.
was like incoming phone call is green. It's incoming phone call flash is flash on my mobile, and I'm like, oh, that's so silly. They want to call.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. Yeah. So it shows that you'll be making more alien contact when you connect to your guides. So you'll see another world. It's showing that they're have a sense of humor, and it'll come. It'll just come to you, automatically. So just expect them to call again. Maybe not in that way, but they'll give you premonitions of where things are going. So,
What do you mean where things are going?
Where the world's going.
Oh, I see.
Maybe in crypto they might talk about, or world events. They're not really going into detail at this time. Whatever needs to be said. What they feel that you need and people that you connect to need also.
Yeah. I get a lot of messages from them. Last night was funny. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that the entity has a sense of humor. We are here.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know the free energy is already here. Free energy already provided by the ET and exists for decades. Since Nikola Tesla. So will we get the free energy anytime soon? Like,
No. Well, you'll have Tesla type of technologies. Possibly in 10 years, things will get a little bit easier energy wise, more efficient. There'll still be a price to it. But their whole system has to be revamped, and they're not quite ready for it just yet. So, like I said, new governments, new energies have to come in for any of that to really happen. Free energy is unlikely anytime soon, though.
yeah, that sounds about right. Because as long as there's elite, they want us to pay. The oil, the gas, for this and that. We're not gonna see a flying car yet.
No, that's not safe right now.
That's safe.
The energies that humans, no, not when they're protesting and everything, and you have a, corruption as its own here. Last thing needs a flying car at this point. It is a nice idea, though. It will be part of your future eventually, yes, but not yet.
You mentioned the word riot. So, for example, if Trump won the re-elections, will there be a civil war or riots?
Probably riots. Not exactly. There's already an informational civil war currently with the censorship that's happening, so there will be riots. And yeah, if Trump does not win, there will be riots for a very, very long time. So we don't feel that will happen. There will be a war of some kind. Yeah, that's all we can say. We still feel like he still will gain the presidency. He still will stay in office, though. From what we're seeing at this moment, he will find a way. Yes.
So when can we find that out?
One moment. It is in the works currently. There is a shadow government that wishes to keep him in office, but they are playing Russian roulette with other beings right now. So a lot of the Democrats feel like they're going to win. So they're allowing them to play that card for right now until before January 6th. That's all we can say at this time.
Okay.
As you've heard before, at the last hour, yes.
So about 4 more weeks, maybe? Yeah.
Or sooner you will see more of a resolution. Timelines, yes, it's a very fragile timeline to bring up, but we see him winning in our energy currently.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So probably this will be my last question. So in your book, one of my member, she read your book and she loved it. Like Ivan's book.
Ivan's book, yes.
Yeah, sorry.
It's not our book, but yes, we understand.
So she said that you mentioned that Earth is like the most difficult place to live, to reincarnate. Can you elaborate on that?
It is one of them. There's actually others that are far worse that have not been mentioned, because you're actually connecting those worlds also, like through entertainment. You're kind of seeing that other people are seeing other versions of Earth. So this Earth, yes, has been you say, hijacked by lower dimensional beings. Why you incarnated here is to heal the difficult beings in your universe, beings that feel like they are God. You see them in your corporations. You see them lavish, living the life really rich, while others are poor. Alien beings are like that too. So you're here to heal that energy. You're here to allow more of your energy from spirit to come through. This planet was allowed to have more challenges than others. It was designed for what it's going through. To, yes, test the soul. It was like what was missing in the universe, and now it's here. So, because some positive beings, they get it so easy, they forget what challenges are like. So they come to this world, and all they have is challenges. But some want that energy to show that they have, they have enough ability to get through this. You could call it a game, but it's a game of inner strength. It's there. You do gain a lot. You do. It's like the soul, the Olympics for the soul. So, what reality can you master? Can you master wealth, where you're decent with everyone and help others grow? Because you're giving back to others. If you have wealth and give back to others, that's good karma on you. If you have wealth and you don't give back to anybody, that's not exactly the best karma. So, but yes, this is one of the strongest worlds of manipulation in your universe. So
Then then in your book you said that Satan live in Saturn, and Saturn is really dark. So
parts of Saturn are very dark. Yes.
Yes. So Saturn and Earth, which one is more difficult to live? Because
this one's more difficult. Well, all of Saturn's thieves and all that came here. At one time, Saturn was more difficult than Earth. Earth beat it. all the criminals came here. This is number one right now. Yes. In your reality, yes, this is the most hardest world. In other realities, there are other versions of Earth that are harder. Let's put it that way. That's probably the easier way to say it.
So basically, Earth, like anyone who wants to come here, they can come here. So there's no like a gate. What if a bad entity wants to come to Earth? Is there anyone can stop them from coming?
Yes, there are beings that haven't stopped that can really cause Earth to really shatter, to fall apart. Yes, many beings are kicked off this planet, are not allowed to come here. Yes.
Who kicked them off?
Mother Earth.
Okay.
You can say God consciousness, but Mother Earth is a big part of that, where they can't incarnate no matter how much they try.
That's good, because
there's always a bigger bad. There's always someone that can cause chaos here. You have enough.
Yeah.
It's reached its limit.
Okay, so you said reach your limit. I just remember an important question. Depopulation. I think COVID, part of their agenda is depopulate the world populations. Right now we have roughly about 8 billion people or so.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see that Bill Gates' agenda and like the elite agenda of depopulate the world, is it going to work?
No, we don't see that working. What's happening is for new energies to come into the Earth. So you're clearing out the old for new starseed beings to come in, but a higher vibration. So that's what's happening here. It might seem like the elites are here to wipe out the human race. That's correct in a certain way because they're going to help souls leave here. But we feel that more starseed, more positive energies are incarnating here. Where you can talk about spirit guides, aliens, cryptocurrencies, and just be more free. So that's what you're working on at the time.
Awesome. That was really good session. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So blessings to you from Sirius. Yes, Sirius is a place is connected to Arabic countries, to give an idea. We're also connected to oceans. We brought a lot of science and math. Of course, Anunnaki has done the same, but we combine our energies. So blessings to you all.
Blessings.
Blessings. Thank you.
Ivan, so if people want to take a channeling session with you or have a reading with you, where can they contact you?
Yeah, just go to ivantower.com or you can email me or have choices there on the site. So
yeah, that's awesome. I will put your contact in my video description box, and then we will meet again next week. You and I will do additional interview on some topics.
Sure.
But you will come by and you will share some information with us twice a
yeah.
So thank you for your generosity.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is great. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
All right, awesome.